tape after all the pieces and contaminants are wiped down. In some applications, the window might end up being over 52 inches. In those applications, we normally end up installing two sections. Two frames. With the new frame that we're going to use two separate frames. A special mounting block will have to be installed in the center and bottom and on the top. Very high bond double back tape will be installed on one side. Center will have to be marked and one installed. Then you pull off the protective coating and install your second one. So you basically will have two separate frames connected together by very high bond tape, and also this will be caulked when this is caulked around. After you have measured and make sure that the magnet strip or your magnet tape is in the correct position and is cut to the correct length, apply the double back tape after you've cleaned both the surfaces of the frame and also of the magnetic tape. Just bend it a little bit, the protective coating will come up, peel the protective coating off. Remember that it's very high bond. You can pull it back off. The cure time for this tape is roughly 50% on the first 20 minutes, and after 48 hours it's 100%. It does work with powder coating. That's why we've picked this tape. After you have mounted the tape, again we use you can pull it back up. It has the ability to pull back up because it has to cure. Then I again use the roller and roll all the tape to make sure that it is completely adhered to the frame and the magnet. We now have a complete unit. We have already verified that the side is correct. If the window is extremely tall, these modified blocks can be used in the middle of the window if it is extremely tall. They're also used again if the window has multiple frames that we use. What we would do now would be to pull the protective coating or protective film off of the mounting blocks. It is recommended to put 4 on the mounting face to adhere to the frame. Okay, we now have all of our protective film off of the double back. We need to make sure that the frame is clean. So we will wipe the frame down where the mounting blocks would end up being. Remember, if you have installed your center one, mounting point, you would end up cleaning it also. Use a salt. Make sure that whatever solvent you use will not hurt the paint or the material. Once it is dry, we install. This is the final installation. So remember, once you end up having this set, it's going to be in there because the VHB tape will end up adhering to the frame. What I use is clips for multiple purposes. One, they will end up holding the magnet secure. They will also make sure that the very high bond will end up setting up properly against the frame. What I make sure is that both the top and the bottom, or the top and the sides, are all underneath the clip mouth or jaws. And also the tape is underneath the jaws of the clip. Right now we are ready to caulk in the window, and by the time we are done caulking the window in, the tape should end up curing enough for us to end up pulling the clips off and installing our Inflector panel. As you see, I've just finished caulking the window in with Dow Corning 790. It's what we recommend. 795 would be the best for structural caulk, and we would recommend that for the center mullions. When you measure the window, the frame will be 1 inch shorter or smaller all the way around from the measurements that you have. That way it'll give a 1/16 on the top and a 1/16 on the bottom, 1/16 on either side for the caulking, and also for any modifications or any changes in the side of the casement window. Now I will take the clips off. Examine the finished product. Verify the mounting of the Inflector insulator, and that is the finished product.